To 7.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is almost midnight Eastern time. We've got through another AEW pay-per-view. Pretty solid. I'm definitely giving this 4 out of 4 headlocks worthy. We have Papa Mafia. We have Doc in the house. Ladies and gentlemen.
And we got my man Raoul in the back. Help me with this victory.
The tall boy, baby. Part of the tall boy.
One of Dominica's local tall boys. But ladies and gentlemen, AEW Revolution is in the books 2023. It is almost midnight. Some of us are very tired.
Yeah.
But once again, we are here because of the people. And once again, I feel like it's a pretty solid pay-per-view. For the most part, every match was on point. Well, you can say maybe the women's match or the Wardlow TNT match.
Yeah.
For the most part. But other than that, I mean, listen, I'm glad, this pay-per-view I definitely wouldn't mind watching again. Especially because I DVR'd it. So I'm definitely getting my $40 worth out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, what do you got? Papa Mafia, Doc, what do you guys think of it?
Go ahead, go. Start with your co-host.
Come on, man. It was, what can I say? I mean, we were talking first now with Raul here, that it's been kind of down on AEW. So a lot of people I talked to kind of were not interested in this show. But man, did they turn everything around? When you hype something up a lot and then it's not that good? This is the opposite. This was something where it wasn't really hyped up and it delivered. Sauce was saying that, maybe the Wardlow Samoa Joe match wasn't really hot.
Right, that
maybe,
one was so good.
Maybe the women's match, that didn't matter because those were still okay.
Yeah.
But generally, everything worked. Trios match, the tag team title match. And of course this Iron Man match, which, gosh, it's insane how over it was. The whole crowd, the whole time. They were not dead at all. They were just, and that's hard. And this kind of, society where people lose their, attention span. So.
Oh yeah, especially in today's world where, if a match goes longer than 15 minutes, people are bored and they just moving on.
Yeah.
The match I was looking forward to the most. Definitely the trios match, and definitely delivered. New champions. I'm pretty excited about that. Now, mind you, me personally, I did step out on a few matches. That a couple friends came over and do the host thing, see him off. So.
We did think he was kidnapped at one point.
Yes.
He just walked out of the apartment, which was his apartment, and we were like, where did he go? Sauce is gone.
We would have had to look for him after the AEW pay-per-view was over.
Oh, yeah, by that point, I mean, if I was still going to the Iron Man match, at that point, you put an Amber Alert out.
Right.
But, so, Papa Mafia, I know you have a few gripes, but what was your thoughts overall?
I did. Well, I am the champion, by the way. I won the belt.
Doc,
it's only my second time.
Right,
no, I'm okay. I'm good.
Only my second time doing this little thing that we predict. Whatever. I won't get into it, but we predict who's going to win, how they're going to win. And I am the champion. The champion.
till WrestleMania, his reign will end.
But I will say, I am like, I did not even know this pay-per-view was happening. I'm not a big wrestling buff. However, though, this isn't one of their buffed up pay-per-views, right, for AEW.
Yeah, because they do 4 big shows.
Right. And I'm sure this is not one of their bigger ones. But I will say, I give it 4 out of 5. This was a very good pay-per-view. Yeah. There was a couple matches, like you said, I wasn't so much
TNT match,
Samoa Joe, the women's match, but they weren't terrible at the same time, right? No. And I will say the matches that we were all wanting to watch were exactly what we wanted to see.
Yeah.
Awesome matches. They delivered down to the wire, a lot of them. The final match was unbelievable. I mean, guys, I'm not lying. We had about, 8 people here tonight, guys?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody was standing for the last, 3 minutes? Like, literally standing. Yeah. And then we standed the whole rest of the overtime. And because when it happened, I thought I lost. And he was like, well, that sucks for you because it's a draw. And then good old Tony Schiavone got the phone call from the man upstairs. Tony kind of said, we ain't finishing like this. And I got to say, too, the crowd was lit tonight.
Yeah,
crowd was lit tonight.
They were hot.
Well, especially for you as WCW guys, seeing Tony Schiavone come down there and ring.
He was doing it for you.
He was thinking about it. Tony helped
me out. You needed that push.
Tony helped me out. He did. He did. But I honestly, you guys know I'm not a WWE guy, but I'll still watch because I love my buddies here.
Yeah.
AEW, I think, is just better overall wrestling for me.
Right.
But if they add in that WWE feel to it, a little bit more backstage talk, a little bit
more up the production.
I think they can definitely jump WWE in time. Right. I think they could be really, really close in time.
Have somebody not
going overboard either.
Well, and not
have Russo or anything.
And not have somebody other than Tony Khan actually book these matches.
Exactly. Like
because when Cody Rhodes is doing it, I mean, the booking was a lot better. I feel. What do you think? When Cody Rhodes was still at AEW, how do you think the booking was?
It was a different world because he had the NWA style.
And
right.
The Bucks had a different one, but his storylines were more progressive. Like they were definitely more in line. They made sense.
Yeah.
Like he had chapters. With Tony Khan outside of Cody Rhodes, there wasn't chapters. It was just kind of like hot match.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what
I know. Pay-per-views coming up. You guys together put them in.
Like it's great to watch.
Yeah.
But I need a storyline. Like I am that guy. Like
something
that's why
to invest.
Yeah, that's why WCW was so great.
Yeah.
When in around 96, 97, 98, around that time, because their storyline, the NWO really was the key, right? Like. And that's what I think drove a lot of wrestling fans that got out of wrestling around that time, that were older like me in high school at the time, brought back in because we're like, this is real. It feels so good, and there's a story, and I want to find out what happens next week. It's like a good show that you watch, right?
They call it the male soap opera.
Right, but like the problem with AEW right now, at least for me, and maybe because I don't watch as much, but it just seems like you got to build a story. And it has to prolong. It has to want me coming back for more. And maybe they're just sticking to more of wrestling.
I think the issue is,
which is fun, but
this pay-per-view really helped out for this, hopefully. And this is what usually AEW does a lot is they close programs. Ricky Stark's program looks closed. Jungle Boy's program looks closed. MJF's ready to move on to someone else.
Yeah.
The Guns look like they're going to be getting they got some new things with FTR.
Yeah, they got a little momentum now. I'm liking it.
So AEW was in a spot where they lost a lot of momentum because WWE is red hot right now going into WrestleMania with the whole bloodline thing, just literally taking over everything. And this pay-per-view felt like it was Tony Khan listening to the fans, giving House of Black titles, and swerving everybody with that tie.
Yeah.
I love that he didn't come out on top of it. So I feel like this was a nice reset that was necessary because there was a lot of feuds that were just dragging along.
You notice during the Iron Man match, I want to say like the last 20 minutes, at that point, the whole arena was standing up, was on their feet.
Oh, dude, that's what I mean. Yeah.
They were hot from minute 1, which is insane.
Yeah.
It was nuts.
Yeah, because usually for Iron Man, like usually the first 10 minutes is hot.
They are, right?
The first 10 minutes hot, you got like 45 minutes. Then the last 10 minutes is hot again. But like with this Iron Man, like the whole from start to finish, crowd stayed invested or whatnot. But my match of the night was definitely the trios match. House of Black finally, getting the win against the Elite. A lot of sweaty meats being slapped. I enjoyed every minute of it. It's funny is it's like, what was it, Malachi Black, who he almost looked like a child against all those other meaty men out there. How skinny he was. But listen, those 6 men, they did the damn thing. Especially as far as what's that, Brody King?
Brody King.
Brody King. Oh man, Brody King. I can't wait for him to either get an AEW push or somebody in WWE to say, "Hey, why don't you come over here? You can make a character out of you."
Yeah. I have a problem with the refereeing though. So
okay, here we go.
We're talking about shady refs all night.
Shady refs.
Slow counts. Okay, fast counts for the guys they want to. The good guys, apparently. The heels got the really slow counts. And I got another complaint. Come on, listen, guys. When our wrestlers both go out and they're down, the referee should count right away. There's a doctor on the outside to check on these guys. If they're not okay, then the doctor will look up to the ref and say, "This dude is messed up. That's it. Game over. No more counting. He's the winner if he can get in the ring." Instead, this guy's down there checking everyone. Okay, right. And if that's the rules, why only do it sometimes? Now, there's another. They both went out and the ref started counting right away. So it's like, make your mind up. You're either going to go down there and check or you're going to do. Or I guess they look both hurt. I guess I'll go look. So I don't like that part. You should automatically start. Listen, in boxing, if a boxer gets knocked out of the ring, the referee is counting. If the boxer don't get back in the ring, that's too bad. You're knocked out. It's the way it goes.
I even feel like in WWE, at least like the first couple seconds,
make it right.
Like for the first couple seconds, the refs trying to see what's going on there. After that,
there should still be a count, though. Okay, so I'm going to give you another example. So in boxing, if something's going on, there's a guy already counting. And the referee can continue with the count where he's so if he's really concerned and wants to go down and check, there should be a count already going, and the ref should continue once he's. I'm just saying. So I don't like that.
So
I don't like that.
I told you I'm going to have a class now, guys.
I should be a ref.
In the fall. It's going to be Wrestling Logic 101. The class will make no sense at all, but you'll understand wrestling after it's over. So there you go.
I'll say Nick
Got
Patrick.
Their love.
Nick Patrick was one of the best referees, and I know he gets because he cheated sometimes. But I will say this:
Mike Chioda,
the way he counted, he did this count where he was like this. He did one. He goes,
"Yes."
He had a bad shoulder.
He did this like roll the
wrist.
Oh
my gosh! Yep.
He did the roll the wrist. And the neck was great. And I'll tell you why the neck was great. Storyline. Here we go. So real quick, Nick Patrick got hit by Macho Man. I think it was hurt his neck, and he had and Macho Man went to pin him, and he couldn't pin because his neck got hurt.
Yep, exactly. Because he hurt his neck.
Right, and that's a reasonable excuse. So I'm just saying. So like, if you're gonna do it right. These referees now, they're a little. I'm not digging the referees in AEW. I say push them all out.
Aubrey.
Push them out. Get Pee Wee Anderson back. Get all these old WCW guys back. If you notice, WWE took baby Ric Flair.
You can still talk to the thing, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want Doc to. Yeah, the world needs listen. The world.
He's a wrestling phenom. Listen, I only know my stuff from 95 to 99.
Yeah, well, it was still a fantastic show and a great start for AEW.
Guy lost his voice. How good the show was.
Can't talk here. It's all good. It was worth it. It was worth it.
It was.
And again, with Papa Mafia here, he hasn't watched this show. It's not that much, but comparable to WCW back in the day, it kind of is. It's very similar.
It's very similar. I gotta say, I watched the first AEW ever.
Yep.
Because I was excited, because it was on TNT.
Yep.
So I thought, okay, wait a minute. And it had that WCW kind of feel. I also think the production is very good, very WCW-ish as well. If you notice, like the commentators are not by the ring like WWE.
Yeah, exactly.
WCW did the same thing. They're almost mimicking WCW. Yeah. Almost, man. If you really take a step back and look how AEW's ran.
Look at it beyond TNT.
I'm just saying TNT, the announcers way in the back. Yeah. Right, I'm just saying, like even the camera work, the camera angles, the real feel. There's not a lot of like gimmicky characters. I like it.
Well, yeah,
except for little Jungle Boy guy, which
we have Jungle Boy. You got like Danhausen. You got to remember these guys.
Luchasaurus guy. I'm not into those guys, but it is what it is, But it's more. I think AEW. My point is, I think AEW, like WCW in '96, '97, was made for more like art teenagers maybe and up. You know what I mean? It's not really kiddie. You
Yeah.
don't see a lot of like kids go. Kids are more WWE, I feel, because it's PG.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm new to this. What do you think?
Well, I mean,
is AEW more for the older fan? Like not older. But
well, you gotta remember,
right? Is that how you feel? I feel that way.
You got the wrestling fans.
Watching it.
You got the wrestling fans because they're like the smart marks, and then you got the ones that really like wrestling. So this actually works that way because, like, you don't have to have blood in every match, but it is nice to see it happen. Moxley gets a bad rap because he bleeds in every freaking match he's in. Of course, we
It only took 2 minutes this time.
2 minutes.
2.5 minutes.
2.5. You know, in the final match, you have the blood was necessary, and it worked in the storyline. You had the Crimson Mask with MJF. I mean, it worked. So I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, you have to eat blood and have hardcore stuff all the time. You don't, but you have to have what's going to be popular for all kinds of aspects of wrestling, you know. And yeah, I would say older crowd that's watched wrestling for years would watch this as opposed to someone just popping in to watch like WWE with their different characters and stuff. It's just a name brand.
Like
know it.
Like I feel like if it's like NWA. Like I was watching that a little bit on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy they're very good with like the storyline kind of talking, going back in the back. Like if AEW kind of just takes a little bit of that, a little bit of what WWE does. I'm telling you, they can compete. They really can, man.
Well, that's funny you brought that up.
Some noise.
Look at AEW with backstage promos. None.
That's
it
a problem.
It was match into match into match.
Right.
And the match was nothing. Now
I don't like that. I don't want promo. I don't want promo every.
They do, but the pay-per-view there was none. I was paying
nothing.
attention.
I'll tell you what. Like even WCW. When they had like pay-per-view, at least like Mean Gene would sometimes go out there when the guys are walking back and he's like, hey, hold on, you know, blah, 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 blah. Like they talk a little bit, or let's say Harlan Heat was wrestling, they might come out and talk real quick on the mic before they come. Like, give us something.
Well, I think for AEW pay-per-view, I think you might just give us like maybe one or two like
doesn't be enough.
One or two like 8 to 10 minute segments just to cool the crowd down.
Exactly.
Catch their breath.
Yeah, let them do
That's
something.
what I mean.
Play a promo. Play a promo that builds up the whatever match you had.
But why can't you go and talk? Like, for instance, I'll give you guys a good example. So the tag champions were tonight. They won.
Yeah.
The Ass Boys.
Okay.
Why couldn't they have come out before they wrestled and said, like, talk, you know, like now remember they talked after.
Yeah.
Remember?
And
why not have them talk before and then do that thing at the end, even where the guy comes out? You know what I mean? Like, but come out and say, hey, blah, 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 like cut a little quick promo. It doesn't need to be long, right? And then you start. Like, we're the best. Blah, blah, blah.
I'll tell you right now,
I
think the reason why is because they knew they had a time restraint with
this
this 1 hour. They knew the match was going to go an hour plus.
See, I don't watch AEW live, so I don't know if other pay-per-views do what they did tonight. I'm just saying.
They still don't run as many backstage promos on their shows, but they do them all on Dynamite.
I think WWE does it excessively.
Yeah, well, because it is a story. It literally is soap operas for adults.
But it's
adult
too
match.
Much.
But
Too much.
So I think the key difference is AEW is sports centric.
Yeah,
so they're going to focus on the interaction. I think what they can do to separate themselves is like boxing. When you get ready the main event, they have that like 30 seconds to show them warming up or show them prepping.
Right.
Go in there,
little background
talk, stuff like that.
Right.
WWE, they are focused on the casual viewer, so I cannot watch any episode of Raw and just watch WrestleMania and know exactly what's happening just because of the recap episode.
Right. That's true too.
And then they could cater it to make it look like it was a really engaging story, even if it wasn't good, a la Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair.
Yes.
With the WrestleMania belt.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Because
in that match,
horrible.
Yeah,
but they made it look like it was great.
Right.
And the match was still pretty good.
Excellent.
But you're right, the build-up wasn't really that good, and that's where they need to do that more often to get more people engaged, like you said. So
yeah. But I think, like I said, though, I think AEW is on the right track. They got obviously they got a couple good things going for them. One, they got a billionaire owner who's, you know, is not going to lose money anytime soon and give up on the wrestling. Two, you're on TNT. You're on a huge network. And you have TBS to work with. I think they do TBS as well. Sometimes.
Well, they're on TBS. They're on TBS now.
Right.
So they're not on TNT anymore. They're only on TBS.
Oh, they're on TBS?
Oh, they're on TNT, just not Dynamite.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you.
That's what I mean. So they are on both. So they have a
Rampage isn't really watchable, but there.
But either way,
Yeah,
they got both.
That
they
does
got-
have to get
yeah.
better.
But that's huge. That's a big. So that's the whole reason Eric Bischoff didn't buy WCW, or his people backed out because there's no TV deal.
Well, that was it. Yeah,
I mean,
once that
right.
once
So
that
my
happened,
point is,
there
like,
was
you
no
got to
way.
make. This isn't like country. What's that network? That Impact
Oh,
was
the
on?
TNN?
Yeah,
TNN.
like they're
Well,
right.
well, how
Yeah,
funny is
that
that?
was horrible.
How funny was that? WWF was on there, ECW was on there,
Yeah.
Impact was on there, like
Right.
Yeah.
they have the National Network or
Well, they
whatnot.
also have a ridiculous amount of support from
Oh, and they got
Warner
support.
Brothers
Yeah.
Discovery.
Right.
Like they want them to do more than obviously just wrestling. They got that all
And,
access.
yeah.
The new show,
And I also
Yeah,
like
they're
that
doing more.
that wrestlers, older wrestlers, like for instance Jeff Jarrett tonight. Like I like that they have some. They're bringing in some guys that have history that can help them with promoting. And you guys said I think he's like some kind of he's helping them out with their
yeah, he's kind of
overseas and stuff like that. So they're on the right track. But either way, this pay per view I thought was really really good. Like honestly, it was a 4 out of 5. It kept me. I did not move really of this couch much tonight. So awesome, man. I appreciate Sauce for inviting me. Dr. Love, Raul, everybody came tonight, man. Any words from anyone else?
I
think
mean,
that's
we
it,
pretty
right?
much.
I mean, I know these guys are going to come back Wednesday, Dr. Love and Sauce Bronson, to really do or Tuesday. I'm sorry, Tuesday night.
Yeah.
At 8:30 to do a bigger recap of wrestling.
Yeah,
and
recap
Night
of all
Raw.
the matches and
Right,
stuff like
right.
that. But
So we'll dive deeper. Right now, some Bud Lights are mixed in and stuff like that. So I'm sure some things are forgetting. But
what can I say?
yeah,
Some
but either
adult
way, I appreciate you
beverages.
guys, man. I do.
Of course, and we got a new champ. He'll have it until WrestleMania, and then we're
That
wait, hold on.
happened.
I'm gonna do like the Shawn Michaels thing, where it's like, he had those video.
Moving graphics,
Yes, the
right?
movie graphics. I love them, man.
Not happening. This is staying
The
home.
belt's coming back home.
This is staying home right
Yeah.
here where it belongs, baby.
But no, it was a great show. Get a chance to watch it. The clips are going to be starting going online very quickly. People are going to talk about all the little bits in here, like conspiracy theories of some Mr. Phil Brooks conspiracy theories.
Nick Jackson's.
The star. The star. Oh Lord, we'll talk all about it on Tuesday. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's pretty much it for me.
Nice. What's one last thing?
Oh yeah, Raul.
Revolution, since the debut, always had a big surprise as far as the debut. I think last year was Danielson and Cole, and the year before was Strickland, or maybe it was vice versa.
Yeah.
This year there was no debut.
Well,
you're right.
FTR
Yeah.
coming back.
Coming back, but no new wrestling.
No new.
Right, you're
which
right.
is huge
Right.
because the show, even though last year was still real good, that made it even better. We didn't need that.
Nope, it
Yeah,
didn't need
that's
it.
true. No, it didn't.
Didn't even need FTR.
No, it didn't. It really didn't.
Nope.
Not really.
No,
So that's
no,
something pretty.
It was a
good.
nice little added
It
bonus.
was great to see, but it was definitely something to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
It's just that shows how good the show was.
Yep. And what you gonna do when Mafia Sports Report and Nuclear Heatwave Wrestling Podcast runs wild over you, brother? Peace out, guys. Oh shit, man.
That was fun.